shipping changes.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today is Saturday. It's March 28th, 2020, almost at the end of the month. And there's been a lot of posts on social media, the Facebook groups, everywhere about the possibility of the United States Postal Service, the USPS, shutting down amid the global health crisis and pandemic. And I want to address it. I'm going to leave a link or maybe two links, depending on the stories, down below. I'll put something up in one of the corners, probably over here, that you guys can read and check out a little bit later or after this video, about the possibility that the USPS would cease their operations temporarily. And so if you don't know, I want to start with the update that happened just Thursday about the UPS guaranteed shipping announcement. And so UPS is no longer guaranteeing any shipment arrival dates. So those of you that pay for like the 2-day, second day air or overnight express, they're not guaranteeing those anymore. So there's really, maybe a point to pay for it, maybe not, because it's not going to be guaranteed to get there, especially if it's shipping to any one of these so-called hotspots. That's San Francisco, Los Angeles, New York. Now I'm hearing Chicago and New Orleans. Any of those places, definitely going to be a delay on UPS packages. But let's shift back over, and I'll link that story below as well. Let's shift back over to the USPS, and let's talk about the real possibility of the USPS temporarily, for any amount of time, shutting down operations here in the United States or even delaying them significantly. Okay, so as we read down this story, it's from Business Insider, and basically it makes three really good points. So point number one is that the USPS could shut down by June if it is not financially helped out because of current debt, the reduction in packages, the reduction in income coming in because of all of this. So they introduced, as part of this $2 trillion stimulus plan that you guys are probably seeing all over the internet and the news where folks are going to get checks, the USPS was included in that to get $10 billion. But Congress has said that is woefully inadequate, and that they need $25 billion or more additional. So that would be $35 billion to bail out the post office. That's a big number, and it may or may not work. So that's point number one. Point number two is that currently 2,000 of the USPS's 500,000 employees. Now, that's a very small number. You're talking about less than 1%, like 0.5% of all USPS employees are currently in quarantine, not working. Over 2,000 employees. They've had 51 test positive and 1 die. So very, very small number. 1 out of 500,000 die, and only 51 out of 500,000. So 10% is 50,000, 1% is 5,000, and 0.1% is 500. You're talking about 0.1% of their employment has actually tested positive. So very, very small number right now, but it could go up, of course. And so they're just thinking in the future. So we're talking April, May, June. They're thinking 90 days ahead of time that there could be a big problem unless they get a bailout immediately. So that is something they're gonna, go crazy over. And then the third is that the bill will eliminate their initial debt that they have right now and prioritize medical and essential packages. So that's kind of point number three. And eliminating the debt is good to a point. I'm never one that says people should jump out on their debt, even the post office. If you got a bill, you need to find a way to pay it. There are acts of God, tornadoes or earthquakes or this or whatever that causes problems unforeseen. I get it. Trust me, I'm suffering too, you guys. This March has been like my worst month in a long time. I assure you, it's terrible. But you should always try to find a way. And I'm right now, the bills are paid. I'm good. But if this continues on for several months, I'm going to start dipping into the well to start spending money that I had no intention of spending that, we put away to just pay bills and survive. And it's not like, oh, I'm going to be under a bridge, but things happen and I get it. And the post office is so big. I'm nobody. I'm just a little nobody business owner, just like most people out here that don't own a $100 billion operation. They're going to get a bailout. The government's going to hand them $35 billion. I don't know that they'll get the full amount, but it's my guess they will bail them out. And so that's probably the only way they're going to not cease operations. In my opinion, they will get the bailout. They'll get some form of compensation. And as long as too many of their employees don't get sick or have to stay at home or quarantine themselves out of fear, then they will continue operations as normal. There may be some cutoffs similar to the UPS, like the overnight express guaranteed delivery of the post office, 10 a.m. delivery. They may stop those operations or not guarantee them, but normal everyday first class mail, priority mail, they may even back the priority mail instead of 2-day to being 4-day, 6-day, no guarantee, whatever. Your normal envelopes coming in the mail, all of that, I believe, is going to continue. I'd love to hear your opinion about that down below. What do you think is going to happen? Are they going to get the money? Are they going to get bailed out? Are they going to continue operating? Are they going to stop? Are they going to half stop? Are they going to temporarily stop for some amount of time? How much time? Just give me your thoughts down in the comment section. I'll open it up to you guys as always. But that's my thoughts on that situation. I don't believe the post office will stop. I believe there will be some delays in packages and some services that are no longer guaranteed, as UPS has already done. Somebody help me. I looked on Google just before I filmed this. I didn't hear anything about FedEx delaying or stopping certain guaranteed services. If it's happened, I didn't see it. I'll update you if I see it, but on social media, Instagram and Facebook, but I didn't see it. So I think that FedEx is still operating as usual for now. We'll have to see. So that is to answer the question everybody has been asking me in the groups and messages and emails. Is the post office going to shut down or stop working? No, not in my opinion. It's always possible. I've seen crazier things, but I don't believe it will. So I'm interested to see what you guys have to say, and I'll read them in the comments below. Have a wonderful afternoon, and I will see you next time.